Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to follow such a distinguished set of speakers earlier. They really got the room revved up. It was good to hear from the mayor, and we have so many more speakers to talk about. Just in terms of transit and business, I want to talk just a little bit about what's in it for business. Everyone always speaks to transit about it's being that vehicle that gets people to jobs. Well, it's really more than that. It's jobs, it's getting people home, it's getting them to the library, to social functions, for all members of families to get engaged. We know that a robust public transit system drives the economic vitality of an entire region. In Milwaukee, our goal is to continue transforming Milwaukee County Transit System's network of fixed bus routes to serve as many high ridership destinations, commercial developments, employment hubs, residential and medical facilities, schools, universities, and entertainment complexes as possible, all while being good stewards of the limited resources that we receive each year. With last year's implementation of the MCTS Next route redesign project, MCTS now features 16 different high-frequency bus routes. Think about that. You can get where you need to go faster, within 15 minutes, and better every weekday across the entire county. With next year's East-West VRT, high-quality, frequent, efficient, accessible, and connective transit service that is competitive with the automobile is finally coming to Wisconsin. Our goal with your advocacy is to expand this new type of transit service across our county and across the region. So how can your business benefit from the robust, frequent, efficient type of bus route network that we now have in Milwaukee County? We want to be able to expand your pool of employment candidates, improve transit frequency, attracts more riders when the service becomes more useful. Transit is an amenity you can offer current and new employees. Current and new employees, you can offer it. For employees who want or need a way to get to or from work without a car, businesses have the option to partially subsidize a monthly bus pass through MCTS Commuter Value Pass program. Milwaukee County employees, for example, pay just $10 per month for their monthly pass. Also think about upgraded street infrastructure around your business. How your business looks, how inviting it is for people to walk to your business and then possibly get on a bus to get to their next destination is important. Attract new customers and make your location more desirable for employees to come to every day. So another question that's out there is, what do we need to provide to businesses in terms of information so they can think more effectively about transit? The more development that expands and sprawls throughout Milwaukee County, the more far-reaching transit is being asked to serve. And that's difficult when you have limited financing and you're really focused on fares and whether or not you get federal funding. How can we do that without an expanded budget? Well, it's difficult. And you're asked to pull all kinds of rabbits out of boxes that you don't even have. But since we only have a certain number of buses and drivers, without more funding, the core of our transit system gets hollowed out by making frequency worse, causing what one of my coworkers likes to call it a death spiral of lower and lower ridership due to transit becoming less and less useful. This needs to be reversed. An alternative is to locate your business on a high ridership transit corridor with mixed-use facilities that already exist throughout the corridor. This will ensure fast, frequent, and efficient transit will operate there every day, all day, for your workers and customers. For employers that do locate beyond the MCTS fixed route network, we're not giving up on you. Access to transit doesn't always have to mean a bus. It could mean FlexRide, okay? It doesn't have to mean a 40-foot bus. There's lots of options that you can think about, making sure that that connectivity to trails, to pathways for walking, modes of transportations that fall under categories of micromobility, on-demand, or shared ride services can efficiently serve employment hubs that may only require service twice a day. Think differently about how you get people to and from work. Think differently about the schedules that you need. You can still be productive. You can still make sure that the profit margin is where you need it to be, but give options to the people who work for you so they can get there and want to stay there. These days, that's the difficult part, getting employees in and keeping them. While a bus route needs to attract riders throughout the day and night in both directions to remain productive and efficient, serving large employers on the periphery of our county often requires a different solution that mass transit isn't designed to serve. It may not be designed to serve, but we will work with you to see what options are available and make sure that you're still able to make that connectivity. So what is it important to them? Why is it important to them to connect transit and economic development? In terms of businesses, why is it important? Businesses have a lot more to lose by not supporting transit in every way, on every level, on the political level. We're all hurting for workers. We're hurting for bus drivers and for mechanics. And we're fighting municipal localities, we're fighting the private sector, other transportation areas in other parts of the region. And it makes it extremely difficult. Let's support and invest in our public transportation systems across the state to provide as much opportunity as possible for our residents to get to and from jobs. Whenever possible, bring your business leaders, executives, board members, and elected officials on the bus. There's two people that we have out in the area. Well, there's actually more than that, but I'm going to pull out Jeff Sponcia, and in the past it was Jacqueline Zeladon, but we also have Christina from MCTS who's connecting people with rides on the bus. And what we found over the last 2 months is getting elected officials on the bus with riders, and their face is recognized. Questions get had, and they start to see the value of transit and the locations along the route. Those are great selling pieces. I don't have to do a lot of work selling it if you get them on the bus and they see how many people are actually riding and where they're going. Get them to see, feel, and experience how effective public transit can be. Show them where the state's dollars are going and let them see on their own and with their own eyes how many people ride the bus each and every day to contribute to the economic vitality of the city, county, and state. Our state legislature listens to Milwaukee area businesses. They listen to you. And we need your help to have them think more broadly about transit and about what can change the hearts and minds of Madison about transit throughout our region, throughout our county, and throughout the state. We need your voice. Really do. We need your voice. We need you to be vocal about how transit helps get your workers to jobs and to different locations throughout the city. all through the pandemic, they were extremely helpful. The transit system got people to jobs, to hospitals, to critical places. And that was not, 10% of the ridership. It was 80% of the ridership on the north-south Purple Line. Think about that. 80%. So use your voice. Get out there and talk about it. How many seconds do I have left? Okay, okay. Benefits of enhanced transit. Perfect example. I am in love with my team who came up with the North-South Transit Enhancement Project. We are in the process of taking it from the feasibility study to design and implementation, and getting ready to present our application to FTA to do exactly what we did with the East-West. It's going to be a faster, more reliable access to jobs, healthcare, and education. Better experience for the riders with improved stations, and we're also looking at electric buses for that route also. It provides support for businesses by providing better access for workers and customers. Encourages development and redevelopment near the stations. Better connections to many east-west routes across our county, especially the new east-west BRT on Wisconsin Avenue and Blue Mountain Road. Within a half mile of the 27th Street corridor, 118,000 residents. That's a lot of people. 49,000 jobs, and that's growing. 4 major medical facilities, 63 schools, K through 12, 31 grocery stores, 5 big box discount stores, 12 community resource centers. 75% of residents in this corridor are people of color. So if you're trying to make sure that you're addressing the needs of everyone, you are. 21% of Milwaukee County families living in poverty are in this particular corridor. But the aid of transit in getting them to jobs, getting them to different locations in which they can enrich their lives, that's amazing. So every $1 billion invested in public transit supports and creates 50,000 jobs. So that's a selling point, folks. And I'm going to be beating on that drum for quite some time. So I want to thank you all, and we will pass it on back to